Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Head, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to another visit to the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny part.
And welcome back to the Baseball Head 3. Hopefully you like this video. And again, it's another visit to the insane asylum. And a final visit to one of our favorite favorite topics. And that's poor Sal Licata, a.k.a. the Spaz. I feel bad for him because he lost his job this week. It's terrible. Really, all kidding aside. I had said back in the summer that he was the low man on the totem pole and that he was going to be out. Just based on the fact that, he'd been the guy on the weekends, he'd been the overnight guy, fill-in guy, and he was in a lot of trouble. Unfortunately, I turned out to be right. I talked about this a lot of times on the Baseball Hut too. And I talked about a lot about Sal Licata for the last 2 years because he's been sort of ripping apart the Mets and a little unhinged about it. The one thing I've noticed over the last few weeks, and I think because he knew the writing was on the wall, he was getting to be more fair and be more honest, have a more honest take. I think a lot of the stuff that was happening on the Fan, particularly that show, was that he was desperate for ratings and trying to, and he got a lot of buzz from this show. I will also say that they also did a lot of work on YouTube, doing these live streams, while they're simulcasting the radio program. They really built that YouTube channel up that the Fan has. They should be asked for reparations or some kind of payback. They lost a lot of super chats during this time, but over the last few months, at least 6 months, 9 months, or however long it's been. But he's leaving, and it's all because of Craig Carton, of course, the icon. Emphasis on the con. Craig Carton is back full time in the afternoon. It's been so disrupted, the whole radio station has been uprooted. And we still don't know who the night person is. I don't think it's going to be Sal now, because he announced that he's gone. Uneven Evan Roberts, and he's uneven because after his meltdown about the Mets over the last couple of days, now looking at the fact this group is not won, and this Met team hasn't won, he's uneven. It's like looking at it's like putting a picture up on a wall, folks, with Evan. It's like you're looking at it, and you're looking at it, and you're looking at it. It looks like it's even, but maybe it's uneven. It looks a little uneven. Something not quite right. And that's what we're dealing with Evan. And of course, he has a husband. They said he had a marriage with Tiki, and that's a big reason why Evan Uneven did not go back with Craig Carton. The one show that didn't get changed was Boomer and Gio, because Boomer didn't want to be associated with this icon again. And I guess maybe a little afraid of, Gio, But anyway, that wasn't going to happen. So Evan and Tiki are back in the morning, mid-morning. Carton's going to be going on there with Chris McMonagle, a.k.a. the Psycho Killer. If you look at the poor guy, he looks like an axe murderer. If you see pictures of him or you see video of him, he looks like, hide the kids. Just in all fun, all jokes. And they'll be gone from 2 to 7. And then Tommy Lugauer will be the night guy, the evening guy. And we don't know who the night person's going to be. But it's not going to be Sal. I don't think it's going to be Brandon Tierney, by the way. But the whole thing has been sort of uprooted, the whole entire station. But there's one person. He better bring in major ratings. I know one thing. I'm getting ready to load up on all kinds of prison jokes and convict jokes. It's going to be awesome here. Really. That's why you need to hit the subscribe button, because he will provide the content for you. And he's already kind of doing that on his little podcast that he has. I would mention he did have a Fox show that got canceled twice. He signed a contract with Fox Sports, and that didn't really work out. They told him to get the hell out of here. So he went crawling back to the Fan. But there's a little news, and this website I came across is great. This is all about radio. It's a radio website, for radio stations. This is better than Awful Announce. Awful Announce is actually a little behind when it comes to this radio stuff. I did a video the other day on Don LaGreca, giving his 2 cents. I got that from Barrett Media. So here's the website. Headline, Sal Licata confirms exit from WFAN. Licata shared a graphic on social media stating life after WFAN, confirming his departure. While Sal Licata had been mum on his future with WFAN in the wake of news that he and Brandon Tierney would be replaced in the station's lineup. He's now confirmed he's finished his tenure with the station. He's been there a long time. This was his second go-around. While Tierney had shared that he would be exiting the station at the conclusion of next week, Licata hasn't been as open about his future. Currently, WFN has not revealed who will host the 12 to 5 a.m. time slot when its new lineup begins. Licata had previous experience in that window. That's not going to happen now. However, on Friday afternoon, Licata shared a graphic on social media stating life after WFAN, confirming his departure from Odyssey New York Sports Talk station. Well, that's that. Licata's confirmation that he's departing WFAN comes after the station announced the return of the icon Craig Carton in the afternoon drive. He's paired with Chris McMonagle, Psycho Killer, for a new show that will begin at the turn of the calendar. Due to the icon's return, the station is moving with uneven Evan Roberts and his husband, Tiki Barber. Poor Tiki Barber. He didn't know he was married. To the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. window Brandon Tierney and Sal Licata previously occupied. But also, Evan was there 13 years, was probably the dumbest guy in the media, Joe Beningo. I don't know if you smelled a lot of cab fumes back in the 70s and 80s and 90s, but boy, he is dumb. See what he's been saying the last couple of days about met Steve Cohen and David Stern. It was dope. It won't be the last time Licata and Tierney addressed their exit. The duo announced plans for a live stage show set for January 22nd in advance of their final show together earlier today. This was on Friday. Now, looking at this, I really feel bad for them because they had a decent show. It was getting, we're getting good ratings. I think it was making money, but it just wasn't enough, I guess, And radio stations in particular, talk shows, and especially talk radio about sports, is still running under the shock jock umbrella, the shock jock format of Don Imus, Howard Stern. All these guys they're all like Howard Stern, Don Imus, except for the talent, the humor, and the reach. Other than that, they're all the same, though, really. That's really the format they're all trying to emulate. That's what they're trying to do with Carton. I watched a lot of Carton's show when he was with Evan. I don't get how that show's number one. I didn't understand why that show was number one in the time slot when he was there. I don't get it. He didn't say anything too insane. I gotta be honest with you. A lot more normal than I thought. But maybe it won't be so much now that he's returning. And I don't know. We'll find out. And it'll bring a lot of content. It'll be a lot of fun for you. And for me too, to go through this. Like I said, plenty of references about prison life and all the different cellmates he's had. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. That's why you need to subscribe to the Baseball at 3. And we'll have plenty of stuff on here about the rest of the media. But again, I feel really bad for Sal Licata because I goofed on him for a long time. But boy, oh boy. Just that's not right. And that's what sucks about the regular media. That's why you want to be independent and get away from this stuff. You want to be able to build yourself up independently. Okay, I'm going to make that. I made this suggestion on several videos. Sal, do your own channel. Go on YouTube. Go on Spotify. Go on Twitter and do videos. Do whatever the hell you got to do to build yourself up independent of WFAN. The hell with WFAN. You were there 2 years doing this program and it was going hunky-dory. Until this convicted criminal, and that's what he is, he decided to come back. Just think about that for a second. You're probably a good citizen, as far as I can tell, and this guy's coming back. You talk about cutthroats. It's one thing if you're a guy like Don Imus who's doing horrible things to himself, with the drugs and the drinking. It's another thing you're doing terrible things to other people. And that's why that guy went to prison. And you're doing a good job. And you're doing a good job on TV, you have your show on TV, be independent. It's going to be hard, especially in the beginning. You got a family, you got bills to pay, and food to put on the table, and clothes to give on your children. But you know what? You're better off. You'll be making a hell of a lot more money. Start a YouTube channel. That channel will be monetized within hours. Promote the hell out of it. Do a podcast on all these different platforms, on YouTube, on Facebook. I would mention, I do have a Facebook account, and I am monetized on Facebook. Build your own brand. Do your own thing. And you don't have to worry about getting yourselves fired and losing your ability to do stuff. And then you can do stuff maybe with Tierney, if you feel that you have such a great connection with him. That's my suggestion. And this is another visit and some little therapy at the nervous hospital known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha. To the funny part.